Good morning, Charlene.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. So, what brought you to come and see me?
Well, let's see, it's December right now. So back in March, my husband is a nurse, and he caught the virus in March, and then I caught it a week later. After recovering from the virus, I'm an attorney, and one of the very first things I noticed was that I couldn't read, I couldn't focus. I was very tired, and as someone who reads 3-4 books at the same time, it was very depressing, especially when you can't go out, so reading is very important to me, it always has been. And it just felt like a huge part of me was missing. And a good friend of mine, Grace, spoke very, very highly of you, and I thought, okay, I've got to do something, because this is just, maybe there's something that I could take to just make me feel better. So I started, I think I came here in July at first. So if I had the virus in March, I remember I was diagnosed March 23rd, so that whole time I just felt miserable. So I finally got here in July, and I remember you put me on a detox, and we did a whole bunch of scans, and you looked at my blood work, and I'd say in less than a week after once again trying to read the newspaper, I suddenly realized I could get past the first sentence, which I hadn't been able to do before.
Wow.
So I was able to read the paper, so I was back to reading the New York Times and the Washington Post. I was back to reading this book that I've been trying to finish for months, and I just couldn't get past a paragraph. And my head just felt clear. And it was just, I felt alive again. It was just a wonderful feeling. It was like this weight had been lifted off of me. And I'm just really thankful for that.
That's wonderful.
When you, I've been reading my whole life, and not to be able to do it was this weird thing.
Right.
But suddenly it was gone, and I was back to normal. And let's see, on top of that, all of the quirky things that I was feeling, my feet were swelling, and I was just, my feet hurt all the time, and suddenly my feet didn't hurt. And then, we did remove things from my diet, and you gave me a list of what I could eat and what I couldn't eat. And that being said, I wanted to lose weight, and I have lost weight, which I'm also appreciative of, but I've never felt deprived. I've never felt like, oh my God, why can't I have this, or I want that. So I've never craved anything. There's nothing that I'm not eating that I don't want, and I'm eating wonderful food. What's been taken out, I don't miss at all, which is surprising. I thought I'd miss stuff, but I really don't miss stuff. I still have tons of options. So as someone who's been on another program that starts with a W for, oh my goodness, over 30 years off and on, I can honestly say this is by far the easiest program I've ever done, and I don't feel like I'm dieting at all.
That's great.
Let's see, I don't know.
Perfect. That's it. Right.
Oh, one more
That's
thing.
beautiful. Oh, you want one? Okay.
There's one more
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have allergies all year round, seasonal allergies, and September and October is actually my worst time of the year. And I literally came through, and it wasn't until the last time I was here, which was mid-October, that I realized I haven't been stuffy or congested once throughout the fall season. It just really hasn't happened. I haven't had any sort of post-nasal drip. I haven't had a cough. I haven't been sneezing. So that's been something I didn't expect, having lived with this my whole life. There just hasn't been any sort of issue with it. So that's been very nice too.
Good. Wonderful.